Supervillains. They are always just causing mischief, and even when they get defeated, they are rarely gone for good. Even death can't keep them from going back again and again and again. And that, my friends, is what we are going to talk about today. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to Top 10 Nerd. I am your host, David Raff, and today we are going to be talking about the top 10 scary supervillains who can't die. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Nerds so you never miss one nerdy moment. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Number 10, Dormammu. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Oh, I'm sorry, I just had to say it. Whenever I hear the name Dormammu, I just think of that awesome scene. Okay, so, Dormammu comes from the Marvel Universe and is the ruler of the Dark Dimension. He's incredibly powerful and also immortal. He is said to be more powerful than Doctor Strange, Mephisto, Hela, Pluto, and Damien Hellstrom. He can transform his body into mystical energy and can always reform back to normal. At this point, it seems like nothing can actually kill him, or if it does, by chance, he would just return. Even in the 2016 film Doctor Strange, which I mentioned earlier, the only way Doctor Strange could actually defeat him was to trap him in a time loop, and make a bargain with him to leave and never return, which he probably won't end up honoring forever. Number 9, Lobo. Lobo hails from the DC Universe and is a bounty hunter who is immortal and unkillable. He's the last of the Zarnians, who are said can only be killed by each other. But apparently Lobo is slightly different because this also doesn't apply to him. Lobo is also banned from entering either heaven or hell. So, when his physical body is in a damaged state, he can travel around outside of his body, but can't interact with anyone actually living, until his body has fully regenerated. He has even survived floating around in the far reaches of space. Aside from that, he has super strength and can survive without food or water. But, apparently he needs to drink booze a lot, so yeah, there's that. Number 8, Trigon. Trigon is a very powerful demon and the father of the superhero Raven, who is a member of the Teen Titans. He's considered to be one of the most powerful villains in the DC universe, along with Darkseid and the Anti-Monitor. Trigon has been alive for billions of years and is hell-bent on taking over any and all worlds. He is very tall and can travel through different dimensions, he is immortal, he can fly, is invulnerable, he also has super strength, pyrokinesis, telekinesis, telepathy, and other mind control abilities. The Teen Titans have faced off against him multiple times. Usually they can stop him, but he always returns stronger than ever, and always wants to try to corrupt his daughter, Raven, and bring her over to the dark side. Number 7, Parallax. Parallax comes from the DC Universe and is one of the main villains of the Green Lanterns. He is essentially pure fear. He is so powerful that even the all-knowing Guardians of the Universe are said to be super scared of him. Parallax also has a wide array of abilities, but usually he infects a host and is able to just control them completely. One of the most famous instances being when he took over none other than Hal Jordan, and made him kill a ton of Green Lanterns and other DC heroes. Hal eventually got defeated, but Parallax lived on, and years later, Hal also returned, because this is the comic book world, and no one is ever really gone. Number 6, Deathstroke. Slade Wilson, the villainous Deathstroke, also known as Deathstroke the Terminator. He's one of the most feared assassins in the entire DC universe. Slade is a super soldier and possesses an amazing healing factor that has saved his life countless times. He has been shot multiple times, even stabbed through certain vital organs that, would have otherwise killed any other human being. Slade is usually the main villain for the Teen Titans, but has also had run-ins with a few other heroes, including Green Arrow, in the comics and in live action. He was the main antagonist during Arrow's second season, which is widely regarded as the best because of the dynamic between Oliver and Slade. He also recently appeared in the second season of the DC Universe show Titans. Number 5, the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is most famous for taking over Jean Grey and starting the Dark Phoenix saga. But while the host can die, the Phoenix Force is essentially immortal. It can travel across the universe, it can use abilities to resurrect itself, or someone, or something else. It has telepathic abilities as well, being able to control anyone it infects. It can just shoot massive amounts of energy that kills almost anything in its path. Whenever it enters a host, it amplifies their own abilities as well, and when it eventually leaves, if the host is alive, it leaves a small portion of its power within that host, leaving them stronger than they ever were before. Number 4, Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is immortal. He has been around for thousands of years. He also has enhanced strength, speed, and is a master martial artist. He doesn't age and is shown to be resistant to various diseases. Even in his live-action appearance in the Arrowverse, he was immortal, but this version was linked to Hawkman and Hawkgirl. But he was vaporized to ash during one of the crossovers, but that didn't stop him, as he was able to fully regenerate and come back and continue to wreak havoc on his heroes, which is why they were trying to defeat him with time travel. One of the coolest aspects of the first season of Legends was to see them go to different points in time and try to stop Vandal. But when they would fail, the next time they would see him, he was slowly starting to recognize them and figure out what they were doing. So for example, they would see him once and then they would see him a couple days later, but for him, it could be hundreds of years until he saw them next. That's time travel for you. It's messed up, but really cool. Number 3, Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, no matter which way you choose to pronounce it, he is a very big deal. He's the head of the League of Assassins, or known as the League of Shadows in the movies, and is, you guessed it, immortal. But not all on his own. He has help from the Lazarus Pits, which can basically heal any injury and keep him looking young for hundreds and hundreds of years. He's one of, if not the most skilled fighter in the world. He has even beaten Batman from time to time in hand-to-hand combat. If that doesn't instantly show you how dangerous and cool he is, I don't know what will. Because we all know how cool Batman is. Number 2, Joker. The Joker. I recently made another video talking about just different Joker theories. One of those being how people believe that the Joker is actually immortal, because no matter what happens to him, he doesn't seem to age or die. He's always there, just terrorizing Gotham, and being a real pain in Batman's side. But honestly, we wouldn't really want it any other way. Joker and Batman just go together like peanut butter and jelly, and that is something that will never change. Number 1, Thanos. A villain that needs no introduction, because right now he is probably the most famous villain around, thanks to Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. But long before that, he was just a famous villain to anyone who read the comics. Yes, I know Thanos has died, but he has also returned multiple times. He is just insanely powerful and has taken on all of the big heavyweights of the Marvel Universe. And almost everyone is scared of him. Whenever his name is brought up, you know a lot of bad stuff is about to go down. And that is why he deserves the number 1 spot on this list. Alright, there you have it guys, the top 10 scary supervillains that can't die. What does your list look like? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Nerds so you never miss one nerdy moment. I'm your host, David Raff, and thank you so much for watching.